1,000-foot fall on a Scottish mountain is said to be in good spirits this evening. He was saved by a strap on his rucksack, which got caught in a crevice, and he escaped with minor injuries. Gareth Furby reports.
As they were called to the Glencoe area, the helicopter rescue crew must have expected the worst. A fall of 1,000 feet over ice and rock would normally lead to certain death. But businessman David Farker was saved by a loose strap on his rucksack, which just happened to catch on a rock, stopping his fall. Other climbers were amazed that he'd survived. His rescuers as well were surprised to be dealing only with a broken bone and not a death.
His fall was arrested by a loose strap on his rucksack that had broken free and wrapped around a rock. Had that not happened, he would have probably fallen a further 1,000 feet, right down to the bottom of the valley. Normally people who fall that distance have severe, if not fatal, injuries.
Mr. Farker was treated as an emergency, but suffered little more than a broken shoulder and left hospital this afternoon. He must now be reflecting on how a loose strap turned into a lifeline in one of Scotland's most dangerous mountain areas. Gareth Furby, ITN.
After plummeting 1,000 feet in the slopes of Glencoe in the Highlands, has been released from hospital. David Farquhar left emergency personnel astounded after receiving only minor injuries. John Thompson has this report.
This was the scene yesterday afternoon as a Royal Navy Sea King helicopter hovered precariously overhead as 6 members of the Glencoe mountain rescue team battled against the conditions to evacuate David Farquhar, seen here wrapped in a red blanket, who fell 1,000 feet down the icy slopes of Glencoe. The emergency services were alerted by other climbers who witnessed the fall, and the helicopter was scrambled from HMS Gannet at Prestwick. But those on board feared the worst. How could anyone who had plummeted so far still be alive?
In our own experience, most people in that position suffer serious injuries and often fatalities. To come away with a fall of this distance with such light injuries is quite incredible.
But the notoriously treacherous Scottish mountains, which last year claimed the lives of 18 people, was the scene for what can only be described as nothing short of a miracle. It's believed a broken piece of equipment probably saved his life.
He told us that his rucksack had actually saved him. One of the straps had actually broken, and that flailing strap had caught a rock and actually arrested his fall. Had that not happened, from the position we found him, I feel he would have probably fallen another 1,000 feet or so down to the valley floor. We thought it was actually miraculous that he was so lightly injured. He felt that he had a very lucky escape indeed.
And a lucky escape it was, for to fall another 1,000 feet would most probably have proved fatal for the Glasgow businessman. But he cheated death and sustained only minor injuries, and was released from Belford Hospital in Fort William earlier today.